Sunday morning and Juni is cooking some gravy and biscuits for her and her dad. Her dad is still sleeping. He's still in bed right now, but she really wants to cook for him and get him that, yummy protein that he needs in his life because he hasn't really been, treating his body the best here lately with, the best nutrition, as we know. Honestly, I would love to have some gravy and biscuits right now. They look so good. I'm gonna go ahead and serve it, go ahead and call to meal. Juni's going to check in with her dad and just come in here and just wake him up and be like, hey dad, breakfast is ready. It's getting kind of late in the day. Sundays, he has this whole ritual for him. He has like this whole routine. So let's go ahead and wake him up. Juni's like, dad, come on. The food is ready. It's time to wake up. Normally you're up by this time. Come on, dad, I've got your favorite meal. Let's go ahead and get those lazy bones up. It's 11. Normally you're up around 7. And then he goes and gets his hair cut at the barber shop every Sunday around 8 a.m. So Nic is like, okay, Juni, that's fine. Is it okay if I just eat in the bedroom? I'm not really feeling it like being out in the living room. So maybe we could just sit here and talk and hang together, while I eat. So he's just gonna praise her basically and just express his admiration for her. She's gonna say, thank you so much, Juni. I appreciate you cooking. And she's like, no problem, dad. I love you. I'm here for you. I know this time is really hard for you. It's hard for us both, but I'm always going to look after you just like you've always looked after me. He's like, I love you, Juni. You're truly the best. I promise I'll get better soon. I hope so, Dad. But you definitely need to get better. I think it's really important. Juni really wants to have a serious conversation, but her dad just left again. She really wants to have him go ahead and go to counseling. And, like I mentioned in the previous episode, that she wants him to do that. She's mentioned it, but he hasn't really reciprocated and been responsive about going. So every Sunday morning, Nic usually goes to the barber shop and he gets his hair cut, gets his beard groomed and all of that. Normally, like I said, early in the morning. So he's going to go ahead and head over to the barber shop to get his hair done. At this point right now, it's just becoming unbearable for her to see her dad so distraught all the time, and he's just not in a good place. And she's just, she's struggling watching a loved one go through such a hard time, which they both are going through a hard time, but the way that he is coping is just not healthy, and she knows that, but it's hard to help a loved one that doesn't want to get help. Juni's gonna call the local therapist that she found and just see if there's an appointment available for her dad. And just tell him, like, look, my dad really needs to get in. Like, I've been trying to get an appointment for him, and he cannot wait any longer. She's like, I need to get him in ASAP. So hopefully we'll be able to schedule an appointment for him soon. But just to reiterate, it is very out of character for Nic to be behaving like this, like smoking constantly, where he is staying out really late, drinking. He misses his Sunday routine where he goes and gets his haircut at the barber shop. It's just all not like him. And Juni's just very concerned, and it's also difficult too because she suggested to her dad, like, hey dad, like, we really need you to get some, counseling. Just, maybe just talk to someone. I think it would be really helpful just, while you're grieving, and we don't know where mom is, and, like, we don't know if mama is coming back. And, Nic is like very convinced that she's coming back. But Juni she doesn't see it, she just is like, dad, like, mom probably isn't coming back. She took all of our money. Like, why do you think she's going to come back after taking all of our money? And Nic is just, he's hopeful, he's so hopeful that his wife is going to come back. Also, I wanted to mention this. The first episode, I mentioned that he's probably had a few hookups on the dating app, but to be honest with you, I don't see that for him. Like, he's such a loyal sim. Even if he may have, I definitely feel like it probably was like a slip up of him being like super drunk and like just in the moment and like, missing his wife or whatever. Maybe it might be like a revenge hookup or like a angry hookup, what have you. But I really do think that after I reviewed that episode, I was like, maybe Nic didn't actually hook up with someone on the Woohoo app. Maybe I should go back and like address that with you guys, because I don't know if anyone caught that or not. But anywho, it's almost 5 o'clock and Juni's gonna come in here. She's like, dad, you need to go get your hair cut. You need to go get your hair cut, like, now. Juni's like, dad, wake up. Come on, dad. It's time to get up. It's almost 5. Like, you need to go get your hair cut. I don't want you to get in trouble again. Like, this is getting really out of hand. And like, look at him. I mean, he's just like sighing. He's upset. Oh God, these animations are so good right now. I will say The Sims has like the best sad animations like within the game. Like it's so good. All right, Nick's gonna go ahead and head out. He's gonna go ahead and finally go to the barber before they close. They close at 6, but he doesn't like to go in the evenings. He likes to go early mornings. Oh, he hasn't even had a shower yet. He's like, I'm stinky, but he's honestly too depressed. He's too sad to go take a shower. Sir, we need to get to the barber shop, okay? They close really, really soon. Oh wow, I do want to show you guys the moodlets that we have going on for Nick. Nick's brain feels like it's going to explode. A drink would probably solve this immediately. Then it says that he's addicted to nicotine and he's also an alcoholic. So Nick is addicted to alcohol. So he loves his juice, and he feels really content apparently from smoking. So yeah, he's feeling really good. Okay, so we just got to the barber shop and the owner here is Irene and the door just closed and it's 6:19 and he's gonna go ahead and just chat with Irene really quick. He's like, Irene, I'm so sorry. I was like, can you please cut my hair? He's like, I will tip you extra. I have a little bit of extra money right now, but it's all going to be gone soon. I'm just going through a really hard time right now, and I would really appreciate it if you could cut my hair. Irene's like, bud, come on now. Like, you're so late. I had some plans to do tonight. And Irene's like, all right, come on, Nick, just for you. You're my loyal customer, and we just gotta hurry this up, okay? I had some plans tonight. I was gonna go on a date. Also, I just want to say too, I love that Irene has kind of like this like cool haircut, but I was just like, oh my god, she's like literally perfect for this. So, oh guys, you can see his wrinkles. He shaved, so he like it's got a fresh baby face going on, but I love that you guys can see like his whole his like little crow's feet and his stress wrinkles. It's so awesome. Irene's like, well, have you been, bud? I know that you said you're not, doing very well. You've got a lot of things going on. And he's like, honestly, I don't really want to talk about it. I really like to keep to myself about stuff like that. I don't want to put any worries or any burdens on anybody. Okay. So looking a little gray. We're just gonna ignore that, okay, guys? And be like, Irene, this, I'm not really quite sure about all of the flow of it. It's like, Irene, did your blow dryer mess up? Because you made my hair really wavy and curly. We gotta take care of this. She's like, I'm sorry. I was distracted. It's like, oh, I'm not feeling too good. I just really need to have another cigarette. So I'm just going through a really hard time right now. He's like, I don't really want to burden anyone and like talk about my issues. He's like, the last thing I want to do is be a problem for somebody. She's like, Nick, you gotta talk about your feelings, bud. She's like, it's not healthy to bottle it up. So Nick was about to leave and he's getting a call, and it's actually the local therapist who's calling him to let him know that they're able to fit him into an appointment. And he's just like shocked right now. He's like, what? Why are you calling me? I didn't schedule an appointment.
Ciao.
They're like, well, your daughter actually scheduled it for you. He's like, are you serious? Nick is feeling a little frustrated right now. The fact that Judy called a therapist for him, he knows that he needs to go. That's the thing about where he's at. Like, he's just so deep into his sadness and his grief and his frustration. And he knows though. He's like, I know that I need help, but I'm not ready for it. I don't want to be a burden to someone. I don't feel like sharing my feelings with someone that I don't know. Like, so he's a little upset with Judy right now. He's not mad at her or anything. He's just like shocked that she did that because, he doesn't want to deal with opening up to someone. And, his whole life he was always taught to shove his feelings down, to not open up and, to not really show that he's going through something really hard. He's always been taught to like, just the cliche basically of, like guys aren't supposed to have feelings, that kind of thing. And it's sad too because a lot of guys are raised like that, especially the generations before us. Like they're just like taught to bottle all up. So you guys may notice that it is early in the morning. It's 7. So this is the first time Mr. Nick has been up this early in the morning. I'm really proud of him. He is going to go to counseling like his daughter wants for him. It's just not that easy for someone when they're going through such a hard time to want to do it themselves and have a lot of motivation. It is better when you have a family member trying to encourage you to get help. His face is so funny to me right now though. He does not look like someone that wants to go to therapy, but yeah, he's trying to take it seriously and he's going to try and be there for his daughter and ultimately be there for himself. Well, he just finished up his cigarette. It is time for him to head to therapy. Nick's therapy session is going to be in this building right here, so he's going to go ahead and head in there and let's just hope the best for him. Let's say a little prayer and hope it goes well for him. His moodlet says he's feeling very content right now because smoking hit the spot for him, so he's not feeling so tense before his session. So Nic just got done with his session and he did an hour session. The first one was going to focus on his addiction issues, and then the second one was to do more of like individual and a little bit of like family oriented and just kind of dive deep into his feelings. So let's see what it says. It says insulted. 10th session. Counseling did absolutely nothing except make Nic feel insulted. These people don't know what they're talking about. He has complete control of the situation. So if I was to dissect that feeling, he's probably just kind of in denial right now of how severe his situation is and how bad it's affecting him and Juni. And he also is just very prideful as well. Want to open up because he's scared of feeling rejected or feeling like he has to handle everything because his whole life he's had to do that. So Nic just got back from therapy. He does have these new moodlets and I think they're kind of cool because they're a little conflicting, but this one says 10th session. Nic doesn't feel like much progress is being made and that session just seemed to stress him out more. And then this one actually says thoughtful therapy. Nic's initial session was really helpful and Nic feels a lot better and wants to come back for more sessions. Juni's gonna come outside and greet her dad. Dad, how did it go? How was it? And Nic's just saying, Juni actually went really good. You know, it was kind of tough there. It was kind of hard opening up a little bit. And he's like, you know what? I'm really glad that you convinced me. It was, you know, actually better than I thought. Juni's like, that's awesome, Dad. You know, I figured it would help you a little bit. I know it's out of the ordinary for you to open up that far, but I'm so proud of you. That's such good progress. He's like, you know what, Juni, my therapist was actually pretty funny and we actually had a lot in common, really talked to each other, and I was really surprised about that. My therapist did say to try and work on one thing every day. So just try to complete one thing around the house to make me feel a little bit better. So I'm going to try and do that. And Juni's just telling her dad, she's like, Dad, that's incredible. I'm so glad you had such a good session and it was helpful for you. She's like, what's your first task you're gonna do around the house? It's like, you know, I think I'm gonna clean out the garage and just, you know, tackle it. There's a lot of crap everywhere and I need to take care of it. I'm so proud of you, Dad. I know it was not easy for you, but you got this. I'm gonna have a quick cigarette. He has these 2 packs in his inventory, but he's kind of in the mood for this one. This one really helps relax him. So he's gonna go ahead and smoke that cigarette. So weird saying that. Because I'm not around like any smokers or anything, but I do get why people do it because nicotine is addicting. But yeah, we're not promoting smoking or bad habits. This is just his life, his story. But yeah, he's just gonna smoke his cigarette really quick and just kind of, you know, mellow out before he's gonna start cleaning. But yeah, he's just feeling, you know, really, really happy and really productive, and just feeling pretty good about his therapy session. And I think it's really good for him too that his counselor, therapist, whatever we want to call him, I'm just gonna like call them, I'm just gonna like kind of say that interchangeably, but I think that, you know, he's just really happy that it went really well and he got that good advice from them about, you know, just trying to be productive and just do one thing a day. You know, it doesn't have to be 6 small things, you know, 10 big things, just one thing a day that can help him kind of get in a more productive state. Nic is actually feeling pretty pumped right now. Like, he's actually looking forward to cleaning. He's trying to take it seriously right now and make sure that he's doing his, you know, counseling, homework, therapy, homework, whatever you guys want to call it, and just take it seriously for him and his daughter and just try to do the steps that they suggest to do outside. I forget what they call it, but you know, it's just kind of like therapy homework. I think that's what they call it, but we're gonna go ahead and put that in his inventory, and then he can do some laundry afterwards because he knows that his like dirty, stinky like workout outfits are over here. So he's gonna come over here and pick up this one over here. And as Nic is picking it up, he sees a ring right here in the couch, and he realizes what ring it is. And honestly, this moodlet just popped up, but it could not come at a better time. And it says missing family. Family-oriented Sims need to spend time with family. Seeing Christine's ring in the couch makes Nic drop to the floor. He is so sad. Everything that he was feeling earlier in the day, where he was feeling more confident and feeling just a little bit slightly better from his therapy session, is just completely dwindled. And now he is just feeling right back in that place where he is feeling hopeless and sad and just depressed. It's honestly so sad because Nic thought that Chris was gonna come back. Like, you know, in his mind, she hasn't reached out to him. They haven't talked since she left. She cut her phone off. He tries calling her every single day just in hopes that she's gonna come back and like apologize and explain what happened. This ring on the couch is just such a strong symbol to him right now. It's a symbolism of the way she feels about him, the fact that she doesn't care about him anymore. The only thing Nic wants to do right now is just sleep and drink. He's got his bottle right here, so when he does wake up periodically, he'll take a couple sips and go back to sleep. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He doesn't want to do anything. I don't think he's even going to go to work tomorrow. He is so depressed now. And just knowing that she left her ring just set him off. And I feel like any progress that he just recently made, he just took like 5 steps backwards. Juni is headed off to play at the local bar tonight. She is feeling really sad again. She was feeling so confident too about her dad. She like really thought, obviously it was only his first session, but she was just really excited for him for having such a good session. And she was really thinking that, he was making a little bit of progress. Even if it was minuscule, it was still an ounce of progress. So she's feeling pretty down right now, and rightfully so. But yeah, she's gonna just focus tonight. I don't think she really wants to play tonight. She probably just wants to actually lay in bed and be like her dad is right now, and just lay in bed and lounge about. The show must go on, and Juni's gonna go ahead and head in and start playing for the night. She's looking around. It looks like there's a few locals. We have a military member here and some other people. Maybe they're visiting from Del Sol. Okay, so it's apparently night's night and we get a sweet discount. Oh, great. So there's gonna be a bunch of strange things going on in here, which I mean, it's the Strangerville LP, so oh, this is actually one of her dad's co-workers. She's gonna come over here and say hello to her really quick. I've never seen my Sims dance like that before. Is this part of a mod? I'm really gonna take some time to do some townie makeovers. A lot of them don't really look the way I like them to look, so maybe in another video, if you guys want to, I can do some makeovers and you guys can kind of hang out with me, kind of like how I did the previous video with the build. Okay, she's just hanging out with everybody. Look at her go. Well, Juni, you do need to make some tips, girl, so we should probably get on the road, but she's like, how is everybody doing? She's like, I've got some really cool music planned for tonight. I can't wait to show you guys. I have a few new songs I've been practicing. Let's go ahead and get started. I just want to show you guys really quick how many people are out here at this bar tonight. It is popping, you guys. Look at this. This is the main place that people love to go. I went ahead and added this little half wall, kind of like a stage maybe, to maybe help prevent all of the townies coming up all the time. Juni's not really feeling playing guitar tonight, so she's gonna go ahead and just practice playing the piano a little bit. She wants to switch it up. Oh, there's the awkward knights coming in. Any other LP, I would be like, let's delete them. Delete the knights and the bears and all the random things that come in the bar, but it's Strangerville, so, look at all these freaking random people. Oh my god, this girl definitely just came from Del Sol. She's in a one piece that probably clips at the bottom. Yeah, this is definitely Strangerville to a T. So I love it. Also, I just wanted to mention too, all of you guys that left me comments about the right here, there's this little bugged situation going on. So basically it means Sims have been bugged that live in this town, live in Strangerville, and I guess they can listen to what they're saying or whatever. So just a heads up with that. I just want to say thank you guys so much for letting me know about that. Is this the bartender? Because we need a bartender. Every time I've played in this build, there's not been one bartender, so I don't know. Hopefully he's the bartender. Maybe I need to assign one. Maybe I need to do that. If anyone knows how to also assign a bartender to a lot, please let me know as well. That would be super helpful, because I don't know if it's a lot situation kind of thing or if I need to assign one. Feel free to let me know. But yeah, this bar is popping, y'all. Popping. Okay, and she's getting some tips. She's got $4. Go, Juni. So Juni is going to be focusing on her aspiration in this LP, as well as her guitar skill and her piano skill. Is there a piano skill? Okay, yeah, there is. So she has piano skill level 2, comedy 2, dancing 1, video gaming. So she does have some skills already, which is really impressive. I'm really proud of Juni. And then for Nic, obviously we're going to be doing the storyline. So just, a little reminder that we will be definitely visiting the storyline of Strangerville, trying to work on that, and also Nic is going to be focusing on his own aspiration and completing that. He's also having a midlife crisis, you guys, so I wanted to let you know that as well, that did pop up. So just very, very fitting to the LP, let me tell you. So fitting. I don't know what it is about her and the piano. I just think she looks so cute. I think just because too for me as a storyteller, like I know this is something that brings her peace and happiness and all the turmoil going on in her life. So just to see her like playing and to have a happy, inspired moodlet like makes me happy. I know I'm so attached to this scene, you guys, like it's ridiculous, but I love my Juni. She's so cute. Juni's getting up and she sees who is over here. She sees her dad. She had her back to everyone, so she wasn't, you know, paying attention. She was in her own little world, and then she just sees her dad in his pajamas in the center stage area with all these people just staring at him. So she's gonna come over to him and she's just gonna be like, Dad, let me lend you some emotional support. Like, what's going on? You know, I know that you just had a really bad moment, you know, a couple hours ago, finding mom's ring and the couch, but it's like, Dad, you know I love you. She's like, but you can't show up at the bar in your PJs. I think you really need to call the counselor tomorrow and trying to get an appointment. So this man has been at the bar literally all night and he's getting a call from work. We're just gonna say that we're gonna take some PTO. And he's actually craving alcohol even though he's been drinking this evening. It says, once an addict, always an addict. Nic is suddenly overcome with the intense urge of getting back to his old ways. So I think this moodlet here is basically just bouncing off of, you know, his really crazy reaction that, you know, he had finding his wife's ring, and you know that really hit him extremely hard. Back at the house, and don't mind what time it is. I feel like it's probably not this early in the morning, but you know, Sims don't always cooperate. So Nic's gonna go ahead and lay down. It's really late, so he's craving a drink, but Juni's not gonna let him have one. But he walks inside and he sees and hears that the lights are off, and he's like, that's kind of weird, let me walk into the living room. And in that moment, Nic realizes he forgot to pay the freaking power bill. He forgot to pay rent. And he's kind of like freaking out right now. He's just like, oh my God. And he's just like having a moment. He's like, Juni's gonna be so mad at me. Oh my God. So he's gonna go ahead and just sit down right here. Juni just got inside the house too, and she's just looking around. She's like, what in the world, Dad? So she's gonna go ahead and sit down with him. And you can just see it on Nic's face and Juni's face about how they feel right now. He's so upset. He's like, Juni, I'm so sorry. And yeah, so it says the Alto Water Company has shut off the water to your house. Pay your bills to get it turned back on. So yeah, their water and their power is officially turned off. So Juni's like, Dad, you know, why don't I take care of the bills for a little while right now? She's like, you know, I can take it off your plate. It's really no problem. And he's just embarrassed. Like, Juni, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I forgot to pay it. I really am. Juni is going to clean up a little bit in here. It has gotten kind of messy. It's so hard seeing a loved one going through such a difficult time. Of course, Juni has so much going on in her mind too right now. You know, she's trying to parent a loved one basically. She's like, oh, I need to take a shower. But you know, she's doing such a good job taking care of herself and her dad right now, because you know, she's literally parenting a parent, and it's not easy. It's definitely really tough. Really proud of her for being so strong, going through this at such a young age. Juni's gonna go ahead and quit reading. She's gonna start cleaning up a little bit and do some laundry. I think it's time we go ahead and head over to Christine and see what her and Jaden are up to. Alrighty, so we are back with Christine and Jaden. Jaden and Chris are enjoying the beautiful day out here in Dulcel. I love this place so much. It's so beautiful. Jaden's like, you know, we've been together for quite a while now, but we haven't been official. And I don't know why you've always been putting it off. And he's just gonna tell her, you know, I think it's time for us to become official. And I'm gonna pause it really quick, but I feel like her face is like half like honored and then also concerned because again, she's married. So, oh Lord have mercy. So let's see what she says. She's like, of course, let's definitely make it official. She just wants to be really cute about it. So she's like, of course, I'll be your girlfriend, duh. So you know what? I feel like that is kind of fitting for him to have the loyal trait. So let's go ahead and hone in on that and let's just say yes. And he's like, oh, babe, I'm just so happy. He's like, I've been wanting to make this official for so long. They're so flirty. I love it. It's like, you know, I've been looking for someone like you for so long. He's like, I'm so happy. I don't know what you were waiting for. Jaden's like, you definitely made me play hard to get. And she's just laughing. She's like, yeah, I did, didn't I? Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Christine likes affection, like it's obviously Christine. She's like, yeah, babe, you know, I had to keep it interesting, of course. We know what she was doing though, you guys. We know what she was doing. Jaden's like, okay, babe, let's head over to your apartment and grab the rest of your stuff. Jaden's like, okay, babe, let's go ahead and head over to your apartment and we can just grab the rest of your stuff. Don't even worry about your lease either. I know it's not up yet, but I'll pay for the rest of it. Don't worry about it. Jaden's like, why don't we go ahead and take a picture? You know, we can mark this day as that we made our relationship completely publicly official. Chris is like, of course, babe, whatever you want to do. Let's go ahead and take a cute selfie. She's like, I have my new green dress on, and I know it's one of your favorites. We're gonna go ahead and take their cute little couple photo, and I think I have some new overrides in here. Okay, there we go. So we just go like this. I'm gonna see if it's working though. This is actually kind of cute. I don't know what the override I have is. Those are so goofy. Okay, I think this is the override. Yeah, this is it. I love how serious they are. Like, have you guys ever noticed how serious celebrities are when they take photos? It's so weird to me. I'm like, do you guys have a personality? It's just so weird. I don't know. Not all celebrities, but just like the main ones, you know. I'm in another rambly mood, huh? Okay. I wish we had like a cute kissing one, don't we? I think I don't have that one anymore because I put that override in. All right, well, they're gonna go ahead and get into the truck and head over to her apartment. Why is he walking like that? Oh yeah, it's because he's a celebrity, huh? Jaden's so excited and he's just kissing her a little bit. Jaden's just telling her that he's so happy to start this new chapter with her, and he just can't believe that she's officially moving in with him. So I had several comments saying that, you know, you guys were really surprised, that you guys were like, why did Christina have to take like all the money? Or, you know, you guys were just like, what the heck, this girl's crazy for, you know, for doing that. So the reason why that is because she didn't just move in with him right away, right? So they had been seeing each other for a while, but when she moved to Dolsol, she immediately moved to this apartment. So she stayed with him for a few days before she got this apartment, but she needed to seem like she was already living here, you know, because that was her story for him. Like, okay, babe, let's go ahead and pack up the rest of your stuff that you need to move in. She's like, okay, babe, sounds good. She's like, thank you so much for taking over the lease. I really appreciate you. Christine's feeling pretty hungry, so she's gonna make some food for them really quick. And I think she's just gonna make maybe some grilled cheeses. It's like, okay, babe, well, let me go grab the rest of your stuff. And she's like, okay, sounds good. I think the rest of my stuff is just in the bedroom, just some small things. So he's gonna go ahead and walk into her bedroom. Jaden's gonna go ahead and just help her grab a few of her things from her closet. Just make sure she has everything she needs. So he's over here by the closet and he's just gonna grab the shirt for her. We're just gonna hit destroy and just, you know, that's our way of putting it in our inventory. Storytelling, so we're just gonna put that in our inventory. Jaden's gonna come over here as well and grab her shoes. He knows how much she loves her shoes, so we're gonna grab those. And then he sees a shirt, and then while he's grabbing those clothes, he sees that there are 2 money bags here filled with wads of cash. Like, that's not just a little bit of cash, you guys. Like, that is 2 big bags full of money. We already know what the money is from, but he doesn't know. Like, look at all that money, you guys. That is a ton of money. Jaden's like, what is going on? He is feeling uncomfortable right now. And he's just like, why are there just 2 bags of money? Like, why does she have that much cash in her apartment? Like, I have enough money to help her out. Like, why would she randomly have all that cash? Like, that's really, really weird. So he's gonna just grab some food and bring it up to her. He's like, hey, babe, thanks for making the grilled cheese. It was really good. And he's gonna just, you know, be a little awkward on his phone for a minute, try to digest what he just saw. And he's like, babe, I saw some money in your bedroom. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, so about that. He's like, babe, yeah, I mean, you can tell me what it's about. And she's like, honestly, yeah, it's just, she's like, it's actually a really funny story. She's like, I'll tell you in just a few minutes. She's like, I'm actually getting a call right now. Let me go ahead and take this. I think Jaden's probably a little like concerned, but not overly concerned. But he, in my mind, is probably just thinking that, oh yeah, maybe she sold her house and they paid her in cash or like something, you know, logical like that. But I don't think he's gonna like give it too much mind. But sorry, honey. She's like, it's actually my mom calling. Let me just take this really quick outside. Since you have all that money, why don't we just go ahead and sell your truck and we can get you a nice one? He's like, I know I got you that other one, but we could get you like 2 really nice cars or, you know, something that you want, you know, whatever you want, we can get you. He's like, you don't need this old piece of crap truck. And Christine's like, what? She's like, I don't want to get rid of it. He's like, well, babe, it's okay. He's like, it's okay. We can keep it if you want. I'm just don't know why you don't want to get rid of it. He's like, are you okay, babe? You seem a little off today. Yeah, babe, I'm just on my period. I'm sorry for being so moody. She's like, you know how it can be when girls are on their period. We get a little moody sometimes. We don't mean it though. He's like, you're right, babe. I was just making sure you're okay. Gonna give him a big hug and just tell him that he's just the sweetest guy ever. And he's like, you know what, babe? Come here. Let me give you a big old kiss. You don't need to be grumpy, babe. He's like, I got you. Let's go have some fun. Go on a little date today. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the episode here, but I have a little bit of homework for you guys. Comment down below what you guys think about Christine avoiding the question about the bag of money. I should say bags of money in her apartment. What do you think Jaden is thinking? Do you guys think he's just gonna blow it off, or he's gonna ask her again about it since she like completely avoided it? And two, what do you guys think he's thinking about the truck? Like the fact that she's like, no, I don't want to get rid of this truck. Although she's always so materialistic all the time, and all she cares about is, you know, like the fanciest things, but she still has so much attachment to this truck. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about that. And I think it's so fun to try and dissect these characters and really get in their head and like wonder what they're thinking. And this is one of those situations where I'm wanting to know what you guys are thinking before I address it in the next episode. So I hope you guys like the little cliffhanger. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. I can't wait to share more episodes with you guys. I am going to be doing more behind the scenes prep for this series since I'm so into it right now. And if you guys are interested in watching very low-key, chill builds with me, and just when I do like behind the scenes stuff, I may drop like a few hints and stuff like that here and there in those kind of videos. I just recently posted one today, so feel free to watch that back if you guys want to. But I will probably be posting those kind of build videos and prep videos before a new episode comes out for the LP. So I love you guys so much, and thank you again and again. I just can't thank you enough for all the amazing feedback on this series. Y'all blow my mind with the comments. Like, what the heck? You guys have the best thoughts, and I love how you guys dissect the characters, and you guys have all these cool storylines and all these super in-depth ideas about them, and it just makes me so happy knowing that you guys are so excited about this series as much as I am. Thank you supporting me, and thank you supporting the series. I love you guys, and I hope y'all have an amazing day. Bye guys.